Hey there guys, welcome back to some more Sinnoh Classic Masters Division, this time against Claude with his Registeel, Alakazam, Ludicolo, and Tauros. Now, I remember that this is one that I lost, but it was a very good match, and it was interesting to see, and I had seen some Pokemon do things I didn't know they could do before, because I've never seen them being used in combat before, because they're not the best compared to others in their field. So, let's just jump right in and see what's what. Claude is issuing a challenge. Claude leads with Tauros and Ludicolo, and I lead with Crobat and Toxicroak. Now you're probably thinking, how the hell do I screw this lead up? Well, I find a way to. So I fake out the Tauros, does a little bit of damage, a little bit of chunk damage, and at the same time, my poor Crobat gets faked out, so I couldn't use Brave Bird immediately on the Ludicolo, leaving Ludicolo alive to do whatever the hell it wanted to do. I probably should have faked out the Ludicolo instead of the Tauros, but I decided to go for the Ludicolo. So he switched out into Registeel, and that's able to tank my Brave Bird spectacularly. Still did a bit of damage, actually, but, you know, it didn't matter because the Zen Headbutt would have finished off my Crobat. So immediately you're already seeing where I had screwed up, where things had gone wrong. I went for the Drain Punch on the Tauros. Did not know Tauros was faster than a lot of Pokemon, but apparently it is. And my ill knowledge of Tauros kind of led to a little bit of my downfall here. Same with Ludicolo. Again, these are like this whole team except for the Alakazam are Pokemon I've never seen being used in combat before. So I was a little lost for what to do. So he goes for Alakazam. I go for the Zapdos, Team Instinct. Going for the Vacuum Wave on Registeel didn't do really any kind of damage. I get Psychicked, so Toxicroak is immediately out. So things are not looking good for me, and they don't become good for me. So I use the Heat Wave. Alakazam avoids it, but it hits Registeel. Thought it would do more damage than that, but it didn't. Registeel goes for the Toxic. Again, all these Pokemon having Toxic that I didn't anticipate, like that Swampert. But, Zapdos gets poisoned again. This is like, out of so many videos, Zapdos has gotten poisoned so many times. It's so tempting to just put a Lumberry on him instead of the leftovers, but those are the better option. But anyways, I go out for Rotom. Registeel is going to lead with the Protect, probably anticipating I'm going to be doing some kind of strong move on it. And then Alakazam goes for the Energy Ball on Rotom, doing a huge chunk of damage as it's super effective. And Grass is one of the only moves that actually affects Rotom. Even if I'm especially defensive Rotom, Alakazam still has a massive special attack. And it's also super effective by ×2. So I go for the Hydro Pump on Alakazam. It survives it. So Zapdos is poisoned. And Rotom wasn't able to clinch out the Alakazam. So Registeel is being healed, Zapdos is being poisoned, things are going horrible, Energy Ball comes out, it's the end of Rotom life as we know it, and it was even a crit too, so look at that. So all that's left is poor little Zapdos, and he really can't do much on his own. Goes for the Heat Wave, finishes off the Alakazam finally, but the Registeel is still standing strong. And it didn't really matter what was coming out next. I really wasn't going to survive for much longer anyways. Goes for the Iron Head. Doesn't do much damage. And I do get the static off, though it doesn't matter because Registeel is already super slow. I mean, there is the chance of paralyzation, but, you know, I can't really be sitting here with this poison on me. So, you know, either way, even if I were to somehow, you know, be able to pull off a victory here, it wasn't going to really lead anywhere. Ludicolo comes out. There's not really anything Zapdos could do against this Ludicolo. Even goes for the Fake Out. And then, you know, it didn't do much damage. And it even did the static. But, hey, doesn't matter. I'm poisoned and I was flinched. I couldn't even attack back. I get hit with an Iron Head. Again, not much damage. But this man is just whittling me away. Slowly and slowly. And, you know, there was no real chance of victory for me here. I screwed up very early on, let Crobat get destroyed, ruined Toxicroak's possibilities. You know, there really wasn't much to do here, so I personally forfeit because there wasn't any way for me to come out of that victory, and it would have just been a waste of time. But, yeah, again, this was just a lot of knowledge that I didn't know that I now know, so I can be more prepared if I ever come across these Pokemon in the future. But anyways, that was that match of the Sinnoh Classic. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even if it was me losing. But yeah, that was that. So I'll see you guys in the next Sinnoh Classic video, or what other video I do. Until next time, see you guys then. Bye bye.